In this screencast, I'm going to show you how you can use a feature in Mendix that lets you get feedback from your users. To take advantage of this, you'll want to run your app in the cloud and then give the URL to users from whom you want feedback. Typically, this might be your client. It could be each other as you go through and look at the thing. It could be asking me, your Deloitte mentor, a TA, to run through the app. So here I'm actually running this locally just for ease of making the screencast. But again, for people to be able to give you feedback, in general, you're going to need to have them access the app, and unless they have the modeler, they're going to need to go to the web page. Okay, so they're at the web page and they're looking at the app, and then at a certain point they want feedback. So I'm just going to say here, I'm at the login screen for the Brewery app, and I'm saying, hey, I need a little more information on this page, a little more content on this page. So to do the feedback, the user would go here to where it says feedback. They would click, pops up this thing. They don't have to leave their name, but they can, and put in the email address and what type of feedback, issue for something that should be changed, an idea, a suggestion, or a question about how to do something. What would you like to share with us? And here it would be add more content on homepage, additional information. You know, I could type in a bunch of stuff about would like to see some welcome message and other info. Could go on at great length. And then you click send feedback. Okay, so I'm gonna put in an email address. It's probably, I'm putting this in for the screencast. It's probably useful to put the actual email address. Okay, so now they can go on to the app, and perhaps they're able to log in, and we'll show them logging in as a demo user, say, and let's say they go to a certain page, and they see some sort of thing about beer, and they say more feedback. Issue, what would you like to share with us? Show a description of each beer on list. And maybe I won't put any additional information here. Send feedback. Okay. So at this point, they've done feedback. What we'd like to do is see where that shows up. So what you can do now is you would go to the platform, and you would go to the feedback link. And here on the feedback link, you'll see a couple of issues showing up. Show a description of each beer on the list. And for each one of these, you can click details, and you can see who shared it. You could put comments and so forth. And what you could do here to act on this is you can add this to as a story. So I click accept feedback as a story description. Okay, so motivation, I don't necessarily need to fill that in. This would be, we could actually change the story. As a user, I want to see detailed information about each beer when viewing the list, so I can know more and decide which beers to look at. Okay, so we've added the story. We could put a description. Here it would be a feature request, and I'll just throw it in the backlog for now. Click submit. And now you'll see that's gone from the main page. If I now go to stories, I go under my backlog, you see the feedback has been added. So this is a way for your stakeholders, for the mentor, for your client to go into the app, and as they're interacting with the app, they can capture this feedback. And also, if you're going through the app and you happen to notice something, this is a quick way to grab it and put it on a feedback list where it can be turned into a story. Of course, to take full advantage of this, you need to add to your workflow or to your team meetings a plan to go look at the feedback and process it into stories and then act on those stories.